What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Emma if you're new here, and I post every single Sunday. Today's video is another travel vlog. Traveling a lot in like August through October, which is really exciting, but it is not with Chris. Today and this week I am with my mom, who's currently getting ready. She should be out in a sec. And we are in Bar Harbor, Maine, mostly to do hikes in Acadia National Park. We're gonna go into the park every single day. Our hotel is super, super close. And then also explore like Bar Harbor, Maine, downtown. I'm just really excited. It's a fun little girls trip. We got into Maine yesterday. We drove up Sunday and then stayed overnight in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, just to kind of break up the driving a little bit. It's like 10-ish hours from Pennsylvania. I met my mom in New Jersey, so that was like 8 hours from there. And then yesterday we finished the drive. It was around 4 hours. We immediately went to the Acadia National Park Visitor Center. And yesterday we did our first like hike. Definitely more of a walk. We walked around all of the carriage roads. So back in the day, people would ride horse-drawn carriages around these roads in the park. We did do an 11-mile loop. So although it wasn't like crazy ascension, it was a long walk. It was fun, but I honestly feel like today's hikes will be cooler because we're doing some summit hikes. So I'm a little more excited for that. We also had our first Maine lobster last night. We both had lobster rolls. So feeling pretty good. We had some free breakfast at our hotel this morning and now we're off. Our plan today is to try to do the Beehive trail, but my mom is going to take like another trail to meet at the top. The Beehive trail is basically the most popular hike in Acadia, but there is like some ladders that you have to climb up, and my mom is just like, I'm not comfortable with that. But the guide told us she could take a different route that's a little bit easier and then like meet me at the top. And then from there, I think we're going to try to go down Gorham Mountain. So we'll see. We also have to find parking. And yeah, we just haven't done a lot of national parks. So all of this is still pretty new to us, but I'm excited to see how it goes. So that is what's on the agenda today. And here is my mom coming right now. Driving through Acadia. This is called Park Loop Road. We're not exactly sure where the park stops and starts, I feel like, because we bought a pass, but no one's ever checked it when we've been on this road. And my mom is the driver. I am still the passenger princess.
Hello! Day two of our great adventure.
It looks less crowded than when we got here yesterday. We got here around like, I don't know, 1 p.m.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I feel like a lot of people do morning hikes though, but maybe not. We're on Sand Beach. This is where our parking was for our hike. It is so nice though, not very crowded. Yeah, the temperature is really nice right now. I'm guessing that that's the summit that we're gonna try to get up to. It's not that many miles, so I think it is fairly steep. All right, we're at the trailhead. I plan on doing Beehive and my mom plans on doing the bowl, I think, and we'll meet at the top. But they start together. Okay, my mom is off on the bowl trail. We'll see how this goes. We're a little nervous splitting up. Basically, yesterday when we talked to the guide said that she thought my mom could do it, but there are like some ladders and some parts where you're basically like walking on the edge and there's no like railing. So then my mom got nervous. And the other thing is basically once you start this, you cannot turn around. Like it's only up and you go a different way down. So it's not like my mom could start and then change her mind. But we'll see. I'm a little nervous, like her doing her own thing, but it should be fine. And we meet up at the top at the same spot, apparently. This is only like 2 minutes into the hike, and it's already so pretty. I'm so excited to get to the top. Okay, 30 seconds later, the views keep getting better and better. We're getting there, but yeah, my mom would not have liked this hike. You definitely have to climb up some rocks, and it's not scary, but I could see it be a little alarming. The ladders are starting. We gotta go all the way up. We're getting there. I'm working up a sweat.
There's all the, that's where
Pretty much at the top now.
Yes.
Different angle from the top. We made it. And yes, this is the best view. So pretty. Another view. I'm also on the search for my mom because she says she's at Gotham Summit, but I do not know where it is. These paths should have connected, so I think I can just keep going. Thankfully, we have service on this mountain because I called my mom and she essentially took a completely different trail. So I cannot meet her up here. We're just gonna meet back at the car, but we're starting the descent. If you come here though, you can definitely have one person take the bowl, the other person take Beehive and meet together, because I talked to some other people that had done that at the top and had met up. Because then I'm like, did you guys do this? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, well then where's my mom? So now I'm 99% sure I'm on the bowl going down, but it is another very pretty picturesque hike. It's so calm. This trail definitely has better views than the Beehive. Or like the Beehive has nice stop and take pictures, but while you're on the trail, you gotta like have full focus on climbing up those ladders. Am I lost? I really don't know. We're gonna not go on that trail though and see where this takes us. Okay, I just passed the sign for Gorham Summit, which is where my mom is. So now we're walking up that. We found a mommers, yay. We'll touch and go there.
In one piece.
So now we're on Gorham Summit, which is also very pretty, good views. My mom had made some friends at the top that was very concerned about her well-being, which is nice. I mean, even when I was hiking Beehive, it was nice because although it was a bit scary, there was a decent amount of people. So if like something happened, someone would be there to help you. But now it's time for like my 5th descent of the day. We made it to the bottom successfully.
Lunchtime.
Yep, a lunch break at the bottom with the ocean in the background.
Sand beach.
My mom is gonna test out how cold the water is and she can report back. I don't need to touch the water. What's the word?
I could put my suit on and jump right on in.
So not that cold? Now we're driving the park loop to get out of Acadia and go to downtown Bar Harbor. Yeah, we want to do some downtown shopping, you know, see downtown. We haven't been there yet. And then there's like this Bar Island walk that you can only do during low tide, which is at like 3:45 p.m.-ish. So that is the agenda for the rest of the day. We've made it to downtown Bar Harbor. The first stop is going to hopefully be popovers. I am ready. Popovers acquired very quickly. This is a popover. It's basically kind of like a croissant almost. I don't know.
Cheers.
Just bread. We have a nice waterfront view. It is very delicious. It has a very soft center. And there's some blueberry jam and maple butter to dip it in. The inside is so doughy.
Fluffy.
Bar Island path. Time to walk across in low tide, and we better come back before low tide ends. Oh yeah, wow. Online everywhere it says you can come an hour and a half before or after low tide and this path will be exposed to get to Bar Island. But the visitor center guy told us that it was actually 2 hours before, which is true because we're 2 hours before low tide, and it's good because you gotta go over and come back, otherwise you gotta wait there until low tide again, which is in like 12 hours. We are crossing over to Bar Island. It'll be cool to see Bar Harbor from Bar Island too. And it's crazy that this is not exposed at all during not low tide. It's so like established now. We made it to Bar Island. And there is Bar Harbor. kind of ugly.
Yeah, it doesn't look like much from here, does it?
There is a easy 1 mile trail we're gonna do, but we can't get stranded here. We made it to the top, but it is very
Woody.
yeah. We'll see if we can get a better view. This is the view we're working with. It's actually a nice view, yeah. Time to head back to Bar Harbor. This store has like all things blueberry, getting some maple syrup blueberry jam, and this little blueberry knife. We're getting sucked in. We've been here too long. Dinner time at the Bar Harbor Lobster Pound. We ate here last night and we both got lobster rolls, but tonight I went for the lobster dinner, full send, and my mom got another lobster roll. I'm excited to eat though, but I gotta do all the work to crack open this lobster. It was really good last night though, very fresh. And it's right next to our hotel, which is a huge plus.
Yes, very convenient.
I don't know how successful I was, but I am calling it done. I got all the main big chunks of lobster out at least.
A for effort.
Yeah, my mom got to watch me because it took me quite some time. But yeah, the lobster roll definitely gets a lot more points just for being way easier to eat. Yeah.
Is that right? How cool.
Blue lobster. We are back at our hotel. It's only like 6 p.m., but man, we're tired. We'd really been grinding since the morning there. And the lobster place gave me a cute sticker. Basically, if you return the lobster cracker, they give you this to like try to get people not to steal them. But I was happy with it. And with that, we are rotting for the rest of the night. We had over 20,000 steps each, so we got to rest. And we also need to like completely figure out what we're doing tomorrow. We like have ideas of things we want to do, but we're kind of going like day by day, depending on weather and vibe, like what we actually want to do. So that is what's on the agenda for tonight, and I'll see you tomorrow. It is now the next day, day 2 full day. And this morning we had our continental breakfast at the hotel, and now we're heading out back to Acadia Park. We're going to do the Cadillac Northridge Trail, which is supposed to be the easier trail to get to Cadillac Summit. And this should be like a really popular trail. You can also drive to the top if you get a reservation. So maybe there'll be bathrooms at the top. I don't even know if it'll be like built out. I'm interested to see. So let's go drive to Acadia. We had some questionable directions, which it was my fault. I should have been monitoring better, but I didn't think we'd have an issue finding this, but we did. But essentially you just park on the side of the road for this trail, like there's not a parking lot, and then walk to the trailhead. So hopefully finding the trailhead goes better than finding the parking. All right, this is the trailhead. I think I read the beginning is the worst part, hopefully, because this is quite steep. I like that it's a short amount of time before you already start seeing good views. Like we are like 3 minutes into this hike, and it'll only get better. Basically, this whole hike has been this so far. Not that much uphill, but climbing over kind of a lot of rocks. We're getting there, slowly but surely. Now we have the steps. We're getting very close to the top now. It is a beautiful view, definitely nicer than either of the summits yesterday, and we're not even at the top yet. So this island is Bar Island, which is where we were yesterday. And yeah, you can see that that whole big strip we walked across is completely underwater. We made it to the top. What a beautiful parking lot. The view is gorgeous, and it's such a nice day out too. There's a big walk around path at the top, which is nice. This is definitely the nicest view, but also the most crowded, which makes sense since you can drive up here. This would also be absolutely gorgeous if it was when the leaves were changing. We thought we might see some, but I guess we're a little early. But it's still just so pretty. We love bathrooms at the top of the mountain and a water refill station. Could stay forever up here. We have recharged, chugged a lot of water, went to the bathroom, and now we're ready for the descent. Which basically there's two trails. So I think some people either come up or go down on the south trail, but that's like way longer. So we're just going down the way we came up. Honestly, going down is nicer than going up because you get a really beautiful view the whole time. Back where we started, a successful descent. We're now at the Sieur du Monts, which when we went to the visitor center on the first day for Acadia, the guide recommended, and it wasn't on our radar before, so I'm interested to see. I think it's like a garden meadow situation, but we're gonna eat our lunches. Pretzel roll, elite sandwich bread, but it is a nice place to sit and eat lunch. The wild gardens of Acadia. We'll have to see the plants. It's interesting because this was recommended to us, and also when we parked, there was a worker who was like, yeah, I'm here on my day off. But I mean, it's fine. It's just like plants, greenery. But I'm surprised that people like it so much. There's a bunch of different paths, so we're gonna try the Jessup path. My mom says, let's go. I would say questionable signage, but it is nice and it is like very empty. And I got a Diet Pepsi I'm drinking on this walk, so you know, no complaints. It is amazing, you can see so many cool views. We just stumbled on this and it's beautiful. Now we're on a boardwalk, which this is cool because it's first off a very nice walking situation. You're just like walking through the forest. I will say I was a bit of a hater at the beginning, but I do understand the appeal. But this is called the Sieur du Monts.
I don't know, very nice walk. Very easy, peaceful, shaded.
The boardwalk was
Relaxing.
cool. The garden, nah.
Yeah, the garden,
But the boardwalk was cool. Now we're back near Sand Beach, which is where we were yesterday. But we want to go to Thunder Cove, where apparently the waves come in and sound like thunder. But we'll see if we're on the right path. We definitely went past it somehow, but at least we get this nice lookout.
Beautiful view anyway.
Okay, just kidding. We found the real parking lot, even though on the map it says there's no parking for this, but now we'll have to investigate. I don't even know, like I assume it's off the coast.
And yet she persisted.
Like, do you think it's
right
that
here.
way?
We're following these people.
Okay, I don't know. Okay, this is very obviously right now because there's way more people here. Our last stop of the day is the Jordan Pond Path, also recommended by the guide from the visitor center. We did Carriage Roads, which is very close to this, the first day we got in, but this I think has better views because it's like right on the pond. It is very pretty. Get in the pond at all angles. It's a pretty nice flat path so far. This is a great walk though.
Yeah.
Such a nice view.
Beautiful.
Another angle of the lake. We're on a nice little bridge. Definitely a little more challenging here, but we're on our way back in the loop. This path keeps drastically changing, but it's kind of fun. We finished the path. Today was definitely our biggest walking day. We'll have to look later. But it was definitely a really cool path. Another good recommendation from our guide.
Yeah, a lot of variety.
Yeah. New dinner place unlocked because we both really wanted to try lobster mac and cheese and our go-to doesn't have it. But the traveling lobster does. This looks so good. I'm ready. It's so cheesy and the lobster is so good. In both my mom's and I opinion, the place that we went to before, Bar Harbor Lobster Pound, like the lobster tastes fresher there. It was a little like chewier. here. But I love the mac and cheese. For my mom, it was a little rich.
It was rich, but it was very
But
good.
yeah, and big chunks of lobster, because I feel like whenever you get it at a restaurant in like New York, it's like the smallest chunks
flakes.
imaginable. So yeah, I can't appreciate that. So yes, I appreciate the mac and cheese offering, but I don't know where we'll go tomorrow, but I would definitely just go back to the one at our hotel over this one. It's now the next morning, our final day in Bar Harbor. And last night after dinner, we passed out. We were very tired. My phone says we had almost 32,000 steps. So we were really grinding it out yesterday. Today is going to be a little bit more of a chill day. We woke up and had the continental breakfast, and now it's just before 8 and we're driving to our first and only hike of the day. And it is Beech Mountain Trail. And it is a summit. There is a fire tower on top. Unclear if we can go in the fire tower, but this one seems like still highly rated, but less people do. So we'll see if it's a hidden gem. Although, you know, a lot of people still do it, so it's not that unique. And we're driving to that now, and then this afternoon we're doing a boat tour, which should be a lot of fun and a little more relaxing. So this trail is a loop, and I think we would be fine on the shorter way up and the longer way down. But I think my mom would rather just do the longer way up and down, so it's less steep. So this is the one we don't want. But we do love a parking lot right next to the trailheads. I thought this is the one we'd want, but I'm not sure. I need to look at a map. Okay, third trailhead is the Charm. This one's actually like right in the parking lot, but a little nervous since there's no mileage on this one, but I think this is what we want. It is definitely colder out today and not sunny. Hopefully the day turns around a bit. But I do think the free map you get at the visitor center leaves a little to be desired. I get you can't put like everything on a map, but yeah. Oh, well, this is labeled. Okay, so this is the one, yeah. So we want to do the 0.7. Okay, I'm glad we didn't go up the other one then. I don't know what the other one was.
Maybe that's how you come down.
Okay, we're actually going to split up and I'm going to go on the harder trail. But I have instructed my mom to not get off the Beech Mountain Trail at all costs. So we'll see. Definitely pretty rocky, but nothing too bad. Sweatshirt has come off. It is getting toasty. This is a short path, but it is quite a strenuous hike. First nice view. We're getting there. We should only be like 1/10 of a mile from the top. It is nice because there's always blue dots you can follow to stay on the trail. So I can like see blue dots over there. Because otherwise it would not be obvious where the trail goes. But the blue dot system works pretty well. I made it to the top. And here's the fire tower. We will try to go up it. It is such a nice day though. Time to go up. It's closed to go farther up, but you do get a beautiful view from just one level up. I honestly think this rivals Cadillac Summit. Wow. I see my mom coming. Yay. It's also nice because there was a group when I came up here, but then they left and now it's just me and my mom. It's so peaceful to just sit here. Time to start the descent. There's so many trails everywhere. I think it would be so fun to just like randomly take trails, but then I would get so lost. I guess if you like use the shuttle, you just go and then hope you can find a shuttle that will take you where you need to go. The longer trail is definitely nicer to go down because there's a lot of makeshift stairs. This is a gorgeous view on this trail. Another successful trail.
Another successful descent.
Yes, I like this one a lot though.
Safe and sound. Yeah, it was good. Nice view.
Since we had a little extra time, that hike did not take that long. We drove down to the Bass Harbor Lighthouse, which is still part of Acadia Park. There's so many things to do here. But this was also recommended by our guide from the first day, and we really feel like she didn't lead us astray with her other recommendations, so we'll have to see how this is. Nice lookout point. And then here's the lighthouse. I think there's another trail we can take to kind of get it at a nicer view. You can also see it from this view, which is nice, but you really gotta rock scramble. Also, it'd be nice if that tree wasn't there, but it is a very pretty view. The lighthouse did not kill a lot of time, so now we're doing Ship Harbor Trail, which is like very close to the lighthouse. A nice little pond. I would consider this trail more of a walk, but it's nice. The vibes are good. It's peaceful. Another boardwalk. I'm hoping this opens up to a nice view of the ocean. It's so pretty. And there's duckies. Another trail for the books.
Yep.
I think this is probably our last one, so
It was
a good one, yeah. You really can't go wrong.
Yep.
Quick lunch break before the boat tour. The last pretzel roll for the last day. Getting on our boat for the afternoon. The Islander. Fancy. I get cold very easily, so I'm bundled up. Hopefully it's enough. Back to our home pound. We tried something different last night, but getting something the same tonight. The boat tour was good. It was cold, which I was worried about, but I honestly thought I was overkill in like a sweater and a fleece on top. But when it got windy, like when they were going fast, it was cold. But besides that, the other issue is essentially when we got on the boat, my mom asked like, oh, which side is better to sit on? And they're like, oh, the right side. Or the woman was like, oh, like either side, but like the right side's better for the beginning of the boat.
We spin the boat at the good
But
places.
we got on towards the end, so there was nowhere on the right side. It was like a wraparound boat where you could be in the middle, but then you were indoors and it was like you couldn't see anything then, or you could sit around on the wraparound. So then we were on the left side, which like the beginning first hour and a half of the tour was looking at things just on the right side. That was the island. And then probably like an hour in, we got a seat in the front. There were 4 seats and 2 people left. And I was like, why are these people leaving? Like, these are the best seats on the whole boat. But it's because it was even colder at the front because you just have the wind hitting you. So it was cool. I think we purposely chose to go on a 3-hour tour when there were 2-hour tours. And I think like 2 hours would have been fine because it's kind of more the same after like an hour. Like, it was cool to see. The first hour is probably the coolest, and then at the end we saw seals, but a lot of it was just kind of like looking at greenery. So I would recommend just doing a 2-hour one, but I think it's worth doing. But my mom liked it a lot, and neither of us got seasick, but we're not big, like we don't usually have seasick issues, but no one on our boat seemed seasick at least. And there were people on the boat wearing shorts and like a hoodie, so maybe I'm just a wimp, but you can see my lips are like blue, so I'm not faking it. I was cold. I got a hot lobster roll with the fry upgrade, and my mom got lobster bisque in a bread bowl, which does look good. Last night of lobster. It is now like a week later. I just didn't realize that I never filmed an outro for this. But after our dinner, we packed up. We woke up at like 6 a.m. the next day and hit the road. We split driving time, so not a very fun trip, but at least it was like manageable for both of us. And I got back to New York, I want to say around 6:30 p.m. So honestly, not too bad because we drove to Morristown, and then from Morristown, I took the train in. So my mom didn't have to deal with city traffic. And yeah, it was a super fun trip. I actually really want to go back already. I think it'd be really fun to go in the summertime so you could do like some more water things, like you could kayak and not be freezing cold. But there's also a lot of other trails I'd want to take. And yeah, it was just a really fun trip. Lots of good lobster, lots of good girl time with my mom. So let me know if you've ever been to Bar Harbor, Acadia National Park, or anywhere else in Maine. I feel like Maine is so big and there's like other cities to go to as well. And yeah, hopefully there'll be more trips with my mom. She is retired now, so she really has no excuse to not spend time with her favorite daughter. That is it for this video. I hope you guys are staying safe, having an awesome week, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!